that sucks.
That sucks so bad. I never hit record. Damn, Daniel. What's up, YouTube? What's going on? It's Double D here. Today I'm going to talk about top 5 mods that I've done to the bike that I think everybody should do. And if you wait till the end, I might give you a little bonus modification. But first off, I'm going to go in the order in which that I put them on. Not in the order I think you should, but it's just the way that I did it for certain reasons. So, first off, I put on an air cleaner. High flow air cleaner, which I put on the Arlen Ness Big Sucker with the wrinkled black cover. And the reason I chose the wrinkled black cover is because it looked cool, and I think it fit the bike well. And I saw a picture of it with it on there. I think it looked pretty cool. Now, what I think is the best about it is when I first put it on, I had the stock exhaust on there. And when you first got on this thing and you romped on it, you could hear that air sucking in. I mean, it just sounded awesome. I think it was one of the coolest things I'd ever heard. I'd heard them on, you know, cars and stuff like that, but you're inside the cab, and it was like, I mean, just, it sounds amazing. So, with that, number 2 is the same thing I put on the exact same time, which is the Vance & Hines Fuel Pack 3. Now, I know you're supposed to put a programmer on there. I looked into the Screaming Eagle. The thing I didn't like is you had to hook it up to a laptop and all that stuff, and I was like, you know what, I can just do it with my smartphone. I'm good, I'll do that. So, Fuel Pack is number 2, by far. The next thing I put on was exhaust. And I have the Cobra 909 short shots, I believe is what they're called. I bought those for 2 reasons. One, everybody has the Bassani sweepers or the Vance & Hines Big Radius or Vance & Hines short shots, and I didn't want to be like everybody else. And so I started doing some more YouTube on it, and I was like, you know what, that's cool, I hadn't seen those before. And then I saw it on one Instagram page, and they're over in another country, and I was like, man, I hadn't seen those before. So I went and Googled it, you know, and I was like, wow, I like those, and the price was perfect. And I was about to spend $700 because I really like the Vance & Hines Big Radius is what I was going to go, or the Bassani sweepers. Those are the ones I was going to go with. But then I was like, I saw these and I'm like, you know what, I haven't seen this on especially any bike around here. And with that, I was like, you know what, I want to be different than everybody else. I've heard the short shots, they sound awesome, but I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that. I'm going to go with these. By far biggest improvement by a long shot. Sound with the fuel pack and the air cleaner, I mean, those are the 3 top things you have to do. But number 4 is a big one as well, and that is LED headlights, LED lighting, period. So when I bought the bike, it had a Daymaker style headlight. Now, I'm pretty sure it was a knockoff. It wasn't the Harley brand. I don't know for sure because I haven't taken it out. It's worked. I'm not going to mess with it. But it did have the 1157s up front, bulb, and then the 1156 in the rear. And I was like, you know what? They are not bright enough. They just didn't look right. So I bought some. They're like $25 a piece or $30 a piece on Amazon. And I was like, they're LED. I was like, I'm going to go with those because it was about the price range I wanted to spend at the time. And so I bought those, and I like them. The only thing I don't like, and I didn't really pay attention to it until I put on the crash bar lights, which are down there, and I'll show pictures of all this stuff while I'm talking about it. I bought those, and they go from white to orange, or white to yellow, white to yellow, white to yellow, white to yellow. I think it's orange. But when you go, you know, when you turn, I was like, man, I like that. Now the headlight, or the bulbs I got up front, they're all solid. I didn't like the halo effect, so I bought the ones that did all, you know, it was all the same color, or all the LEDs they would change. And so I thought it looked really cool, and I was like, I want that. And so I did that, but then I didn't realize it didn't bother me until I put the other headlights on. But they go white, off, orange, white, off, orange, and it's like, it just doesn't look right. So then I put those on there, the crash bar lights. I'm like, dude, that looks so much better. So I will probably end up at some point buying the Rogue Rider Industry turn signals at some point, near future here, and I'll do a video and put them in or whatever if I need to, which I know there's like several of them out there, which I don't need to, but I'm putting it on my channel because it's something different. So I got that, and I got the smoke lenses for them. So by far, great. You can really be, you know, be seen. I think that is one of the biggest things, like we always talk about, safety and being seen. So and the next thing was the handlebars. So when I bought the bike, it had the built well window bars with the bar going across here. It was just the rectangular in the middle. I liked the style, I liked the height of the bars, everything was fine. The only problem I had was, well, I couldn't see how fast I was going. If I was going over 30 miles an hour and over 90 miles an hour, I couldn't see that, which, I moved the bars to get them out of the way, because that's what, you know, I was like, you know, I can do that. But the bars just kept going back to the same position. I was like, man, this is annoying. And there was sandpaper there. There was a couple people told me to put some sandpaper in there to hold it, because they weren't gnarled. Now, I went with these bars because, well, two reasons. One, I was a noob, and I didn't really know anything about bars, like what dimpled and gnarled and all that stuff. I didn't know that at the time until I did a bunch of research on the internet, and I was like, oh, okay. And so I started looking around. Well, a lot of the bars that I like didn't have the gnarled, and I'm like, dude, I'm already struggling with the bars moving. I'm gonna go ahead and get the gnarl. Well, I started looking at that, and then I saw Blockhead's video when he got this iron back, and I'm like, you know, I did like those bars. Let me go check those out. A little pricey. I was like, that kind of sucks. So I started doing an internet search for it, and then I found one on OfferUp. Local guy was selling them. He didn't like the way they fit, and I'm like, what was wrong with them? He kind of told me why he didn't like them, and you know, I looked at them. There was no scratch. I mean, it looked like they were brand new, and I was like, dang, dude, you know. And he gave them to me for a substantial discount, and I was like, you know, they really the Harley bars? He's like, yeah. And he showed me the receipt and everything. He bought them, and I was like, you know what, I'm buying them from you. And so I bought them and put them on. Now, the one thing I didn't like at first was the handlebars are kind of cocked a little bit back, which it was different. I didn't say I don't like it. It was just different. It took me a ride or two to get used to, and then getting the handlebars just in the right position or whatever, that made the biggest difference. I love these handlebars. I mean, they look good. I can see the speedometer, which, you know, I don't always look at the speed limit, so it is what it is. But guys, that's 5. So I think we're done. Oh wait, I promised you a bonus episode, a bonus one. And this one, I think, makes the bike look the best. Now, it does have a little controversy that goes along with it, but we will discuss that here in a second. It is the Saddleman 2-Up tuck and roll seat. I love this seat. It looks so good on this bike, and I've seen it on several of them. I mean, different styles, the diamond, and I was like, you know what, I love the tuck and roll. It gives, I just like that style. And so I was like, you know what, I'm putting that on here. So it's on here. Now, it took a little bit to break it in, which I know I've heard 1,000 people say. After I broke it in for a while, it was really good, and I really enjoyed it. Now, long-term review, I've been riding on it for like 8 or 9 months now, and if I ride more than an hour, I'm ready to throw this seat away and never ride a bike again, because my butt hurts so bad. Now, I have gotten to the point where I can ride around, I just got to move a little bit more, which it's fine, but it's like, it's kind of annoying because I like one position better than the other, but the way the seat sits and then just wearing myself out, it's not comfortable. So that's the only downside of the seat. Now, it may be different. I'm a bigger kind of guy. I weigh about 240, 230, just depends what day of the week it is with me. But no, I mean, I think maybe if you were lighter, it would be okay. I may have just worn out the seat. I have reached out to Saddleman, and basically they said, sorry, go buy another seat, which, you know, I didn't expect them to give me anything. But I got some good answers of what I needed to probably do, and I'm going to probably step up to the touring seat just to get more comfortability. The only thing they don't have is a tuck and roll, so I'm going to do some research on some tuck and roll because I like that style. But yeah, I mean, the seat by far makes the bike look so much better. You know, I like that. The factory seat, it was awful. I mean, I think it was like I ride 30 minutes and it was like I wanted to throw the bike away. Why did I buy this bike? This, you know, but that was the only thing I didn't like about it, was that. I mean, that made me want to return the bike, per se. And so I was like, you know what, somebody said it, I don't know who it was, but it is so true. The factory seat is a test riding seat. It's there for you to just test ride the bike, go, man, this bike's cool as hell, and then you get home and you're like, God, the seat sucks, you know. It's only there to make you think it's the greatest bike in the world for 10 minutes, because that's usually how long the test rides are. So with that, guys, I think I've rambled on enough. But have any questions or want to know anything about the products that I've used, anything, put them down in the comments. And then if you like this sort of thing, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll try to do some more modifications. I may do things that I hate about the bike, which there's not very many of those. So, but yeah, just like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Ride safe, don't be a jerk, and have fun. Later.